There's a lot of bias out there, certainly in the media itself, and I think people are seeing through it, and it's cutting, it's cutting in a way that the left did not anticipate, because they can't actually figure this guy out. It's sort of funny. Like, they can't figure Donald Trump out. He's got this nickname, Teflon Don, sort of for a reason, right? Because every single time they hand him this bad news, he's somehow able to push through and triumph through and make it better for himself. I mean, look at the newspapers, right, that came out on Friday, right after the conviction. Guilty, 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 guilty. That's all we saw everywhere. It just lined the streets, right? Guilty. I mean, literally on the streets, we had video of people writing the words guilty 34 times. This is what they were saying. Hey, over on The View, ABC's The View, we had Whoopi Goldberg, I know you love her, saying guilty as many times as she could. Here we go.
We only have about 34 seconds left, so to recap, guilty, 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 guilty.
Okay, does she know how many times she can say? Can she count to 34? I guess that's what she's proving there. You know, look, the bias is really, really rampant. Obviously, Joy Behar, her colleague over there, is sharing that sentiment, right? I think all of them on that couch there at The View. That's why we don't watch it. That's why I occasionally do watch it, just to make sure you guys know what else is out there. Joy Behar completely embarrassing herself. I mean, this is just embarrassing to watch, but we might as well play it and get a good laugh out of it. Here's Joy Behar, just so excited.
Well, my reaction was I was at Costco buying, 10 boxes of Keurig coffee, and my watch started to buzz, and I got so excited I started leaking a little bit.
Yeah, not funny. Embarrassing, but not funny. Joy Behar, ladies and gentlemen, that is The View. All right, so that's the spin of the mainstream media. That's mainstream. That's ABC News. It's produced by ABC News, owned by Disney, of course. Disney, that's a wild stock. I encourage you, by the way, if you haven't already, to go to 76research.com. 76research.com. It's my financial publication. I share with Rob Horton, longtime friend, brilliant investor, brilliant stock picker. And Disney is something that we've reported on in the past. We've been watching it very carefully. Nelson Peltz is out now, so they don't have the same kind of pressure to actually clean up their act. But one of the things that Bob Iger is trying to do is sell off ABC News. He's trying to sell all his legacy TV businesses and kind of convert and contort himself into the new business, which is, hey, what we're doing right here on the Trish Regan show. So this is the future. ABC, Disney, kind of behind the times. We talk about it over on 76 Research. You should get the 76 report. I encourage you, go sign up at 76research.com. Actually, some really good stuff in there. Rob is out with a new note because he's increasing holdings in one particular stock because another has just outperformed so dramatically, which is great news, that it enables us to actually look around and get something else. So a new opportunity coming your way. I encourage you to look at both 76 Report and the model portfolios. But back to Disney, back to Whoopi, these women, their bias is just through the roof. And so even in the face of this, right, where you have all the media, the newspaper saying guilty, 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 you get ABC's The View attacking you left and right, certainly MSNBC, that's a given. You get CNN going after you. This is a good one. And yet none of it matters, right? None of it matters. People are saying enough. I'm sick of the media. I'm sick of the status quo. I'm sick of not having enough money because inflation is so through the roof. I'm sick of Joe Biden. And I think that this is why you're going to see people coming out in force. Unlike anything, they've just unleashed the beast. As I said on Friday, they have unleashed the beast. And that beast would be the GOP, conservatives who believe in law and order, who believe in the rule of the land, and actually believe in having a society that is a real meritocracy, that is a fair society where you're not using lawfare, literally lawfare, to go after your opponents. That's what this is, ladies and gentlemen, pure and simple. And they'll try and spin it however they can, but I think Americans see through it. And that's what's being reflected in these polls. There was also a CBS poll out. There was also a flash poll by Daily Mail where he was up 6 points. So go figure, right? Go figure.